The Pan-African Parliament has a new president in Dang from Cameroon in West Africa. But his election is threatening to divide the House. MPs from southern African countries such as Mozambique, Zimbabwe, South Africa are protesting. One of the issues that brought controversy in the election of the new president of the Pan-African Parliament was on the issue of the rotation system, which many of the members say that it's very silent in the constitution of the Pan-African Parliament. Now, this time round, it was supposed to be either South African countries or the Central African countries, which didn't happen.
But in the event that the rules are very silent and the protocol is silent on rotation, anybody can vie as long as you're an elected member of your parliament to the Pan-African Parliament.
Dang, who succeeds Bethel Ahmad, served as the first vice president. According to unwritten gentleman's agreement, he should not have sought the presidency. But he stood and defeated Eduardo Joaquim Mulembwe from Mozambique, who represented the southern region. On voting day, a lengthy debate ensued in the House as some MPs wanted Nkodo disqualified from the race, saying he was violating the gentleman's agreement. But others blamed incumbent President Bethel Ahmadi of silently throwing in his weight behind Nkodo.
We did not want a candidate to have the most money to win the election. We were doing away with that. We wanted unity. We wanted to support the country. We wanted to support the country to be able to stand and accept the problem.
If Africa forges its way forward, I would repeat, the only Africa in this case is the AU that also operates on the principle of rotation.
Nkodo's supporters argued that he had no obligation to honor an unwritten agreement. Besides, they argue that the constitution of the Pan-African Parliament does not cater for rotational leadership based on regions.
This has been happening, that the election, especially of the president or the speaker, for that case, is normally done on a rotational basis. It is not written anywhere in the law, but the gentleman's agreement in accordance with international practice.
The legislators opposed to Nkodo's election vowed not to rest and promised to table amendments regarding his tenure in office and condemned him for turning back on his word.
We try to go through this amendment. Even when the amendment is true, we must insist. I'm going to propose further amendment that you don't present no less than 4, even if it's going to come from my region, because it will be a very bad practice to just say because of rotation, we just put only one candidate. You are not giving people options. Then democracy will be lost.
Considering that Nkodo Dang won the Pan-African Parliament election with a small margin, he will probably have a strenuous term in office ahead of him.
Now the gentleman is the first vice. My hope is that they work together. I foresee that the president needs to do more. He needs to extend gestures to the rest so that they will be able to feel accommodated.
The acrimonious election could also put the implementation of some of the parliament's programs at stake since the House appears divided. There is a plan to make the Pan-African Parliament a legislative body like parliaments of member states. Maurice Cho, NTV at the Pan-African Parliament, Johannesburg.